instrumental version this time. Welcome everybody to episode 7 of You're Gonna Love This. This week my guest is someone who probably has the most exciting collection of words that I'm supposed to say in front of their name. Let's see. She is a actor. She is a martial artist. She is a... is Wiccan a good word? I don't know if that's exactly right, but she is a magically inclined individual.
That's very well put, actually, yes.
Oh, man.
It's closer to the truth.
All right.
I don't have a particular doctrine that I follow, so. I'm
so excited. Juvi Guevara, my teammate from Dad Jokes, is here.
It's a pleasure to be here, man.
Thank you for doing it, Juvi. So, little recap of the previous episodes. It is now episode 7 of my attempts to create the perfect song for my guest. Surprisingly, or maybe unsurprisingly, depending on your view, no perfects yet.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, last episode got kind of serious with Edgar. He really laid down the hard criticism, which I appreciate. That's what I'm asking my guests to give me. And so I'm glad he did. But he basically just said, halfway through a lot of your songs, it sounds like you're kind of selling your idea out. Like, you just need to commit to the thing you're writing about. If you're gonna write a funny song, write a funny song. If you're gonna write a serious song, write a fucking serious song. And
that's harsher than I'm ever gonna get. So I hope you're not. I'm not, because I see the positive in everything.
Sure. I
like to be that kind of person. So. That's not the kind of criticism you're gonna get from me, regardless.
That's okay. I appreciate. He did see, good things also. That's not like that wasn't the only thing he said, but
okay.
But I think a big part of the show for me is getting people to really, even if it is a positively spun thing, speak their honest opinions about what just happened.
Right.
So I think it's something people don't get the chance to do very often.
Yeah, but you can do that without being an asshole.
It's true.
Yeah.
Tell that to some of our team members who have been on, because they could not.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like you're gonna be very nice to me though. I might have to pull.
You might have to yank it out of me, yeah. But it'll come, I'm sure.
It's time for a segment that I started last week on the show.
Okay.
The segment is called "You're Gonna Love This." In this segment, I'm gonna give you a piece of media that I love that I think. You, the listener, and also you, Juvi, would probably love.
Okay.
This week, my choice is the Gerudo Valley theme from Legend of Zelda. Mm-hmm. So that's a great song.
You knew that, huh? You knew that with me coming in.
You know what? I hadn't decided what I was going to say, and then I looked at you, and I know who you are, and I see your Okami shirt that you're currently wearing.
Okay, yeah, no, I see. Okay, I think I'm gonna like this.
Yeah, I fucks with video games.
I don't know, man. The last time you heard my little Zelda ringtone, I got kind of your little Kokiri forest shit, and I'm like, oh, he must not like Zelda.
No. That was me trying to engage with you on the Zelda fandom. I'm a huge fan.
Okay.
I love I love a lot of music, but one of the genres of music I really do love is video game music. Specifically, a lot of Nintendo music I think is really well done.
Okay, then we are on the same page, my friend.
Yeah. For me, what I love about video game music is it's simple. It's it's repeatable. It's an endless earbug for the most part.
Right, yeah.
And it's such an interesting challenge as a song because it's you have to make a song that everyone is going to associate with this area, and it's probably only have about a minute of actual space, and then it just repeats, and it has to repeat in a way that you don't notice it, and it has to repeat in a way that is fine, and it's just a really cool hard thing to do.
Yeah. And, as a listener, though, it's just, for me, it was always just beautiful.
Sure.
It's transported you to this other world with just a few beats.
Totally. Yeah. Gerudo Valley does that good. That's a very flamenco-y song. It's awesome.
I feel it's Spanish and exotic in a way.
That's what I mean.
Very Saharan.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
We use different words, but we said the same thing.
Well, I heard flamenco, and I thought poofy feathers and bad Spanish dancers, but no, you're okay.
Yeah, we're both in the realm of Spain, which is all that really matters. That concludes You're Gonna Love This, the segment. We'll now continue with You're Gonna Love This, the podcast.
Okay.
So, recapped, blah, blah, blah. Juvi,
Yes.
it's time for the interview portion, where I'm gonna try to get to the core of you, musically, hopefully emotionally a little bit too, see what we can do.
Good luck.
First question, what's your emotional state right now? How has your week been? How do you feel right now?
Well, I'm a bit hyped up on caffeine.
Okay.
But it's been a bit of a stressful week just because I have so many things coming up. So,
Okay.
I don't know. It's really hard for me to gauge my own stress level because I like to be very zen about everything. But it is pretty... I don't know if it's the caffeine talking or, if it really just is my state right now. But I do feel like my energy's kind of like teetering at the very top.
Okay.
But I'm also tired, so it's kind of like contrasting.
I get that. Okay. Hyped up, stressful, tired. Those are the three big words I'm taking out of there.
Okay.
So, do you think it'd be helpful for you right now to hear stressful music or unstressful music? Is that kind of what do you think is gonna be best for right now, Juvi?
I'm feeling unstressful because just talking about Gerudo Valley, I totally mellowed out.
And that's where you want to be.
Yeah, I'm a chill person, so
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
You're definitely not somebody that I see
heavy metal.
No, you're not gonna get tensed up. You're not somebody that I see as constantly clenching their fists or.
Oh yeah, no, I don't have the energy for that shit.
You do enough fist clenching in martial arts. The rest of your life you can just let it
Yeah. Now that you mention it, that's probably why. I beat out all of my my frustrations on my students.
That's nice.
Yeah, they love me.
A couple other questions that I have to get out of the way due to previous guests. How do you feel about lying in songs? Do you have any problem with that?
Lying?
Lying, yeah. Did you listen to the episode with my friend Byron?
Yeah, was it... Well, I remember the one where you guys were talking about, Need for Speed.
It might have been that one. The song I made for him, I wrote the lyrics
I do remember
along the lines of the skies are cloudy or something like that. And he got upset.
That's definitely
So
that was weird.
I agree. That's why I have to ask now because I feel like I don't want to run into that roadblock again.
No, I have no problem with that at all. Because most songs lie anyway.
I agree, and I'm fine with every episode starting with us calling my friend Byron Wu a freaky weirdo. So
okay, no offense, Byron, if you're listening.
Hey, that I'm glad you're nice about it, Byron. I want you to get as offended as possible.
Let's compromise and meet halfway.
Okay, go to 50% offensiveness level for yourself. Let's see some other stuff. So we were talking a little bit before the podcast about music you like, and we talked about video game music, which there is some video game guitar music, but I feel like the singer-songwriter thing is definitely not going to happen in video games very often.
No, not for... Because I'm more of the epic scores, crazy...
Right.
The kind of music you hear in the trailers, the previews before the actual movie starts, those crazy, blockbusters. Yeah, the blockbuster theme. That's what I relax to. But I also have a...
THX sound is just oh, I gotta fall asleep, so I'll just
put on some crazy... No, because there's actually companies out there or artists out there who just specialize in that kind of music.
Sure.
Audio Machine, Two Steps from Hell. They're crazy awesome. I don't know. It's
cool.
my shit. I like feeling like I'm heroic at any moment of the day. I'm about to go into battle.
I get you. I like that.
But I do listen to guitar music wise. I listen to some folk music ish by Run River North.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard of them. They sound like the guy who sings it sounds like he's when I first heard his voice wafting through the air in Grand Park, I totally pictured a white blonde redneck from down south. He is a really cute-looking Asian guy, and every person in that band is Asian, and that just kind of melted my heart right there, because I'm not a racist here, please don't take this the wrong way, but my friends used to say all the time, and I didn't know until recently what it meant, that I have a serious case of yellow fever, which means that I love anything and everything that has to do with Asians.
I don't... Maybe this isn't something that a white guy should be putting out into the world. I shouldn't be speaking on race in general. But I think if it comes from a place of love, I don't think it's a problem. You know, if it was like, I love Asians, and because of that, the flip side of that is I hate X.
Okay.
Then that probably, I wouldn't be too cool with that.
Yeah. No, that's definitely not me. It's just that my respect for this band just kind of skyrocketed, and then I started listening to the lyrics, and it's one of the first, I bring it up just because it's one of the first, like, actual guitar-heavy bands that I've ever listened to, because, like I said, most of what I listen to is video game music, anime soundtracks.
Well, anime soundtracks, that was something me and Byron talked about. One of the few places you can find a lot of electric guitar.
I remember that. I remember that. But the thing is, that's more of the J-pop side.
Okay.
Like the beginning and ending, like the songs to the credits.
For sure.
I'm talking about more like the scores.
Okay.
You know, like Fairy Tale. Yeah, like Fairy Tale goes very like Irishy, for example, with the flute and stuff. Things like that. Things that are like fairy tale like, fantasy like, you know.
Wind Waker had a lot of songs like that.
Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I have that playlist on my phone too.
I've got Dragon Roost Island stuck in my head right now. That song's great. It's got a nice mandolin riff as the basis of it.
Yeah, but no, like in terms of regular, everyday, mundane music, I guess, and I don't mean that in a bad way, just like, I mean like normal music. Yeah. Run River North is probably the only band music I've ever listened to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And they're you were describing them a little bit. They're kind of like a bluesgrassy, like southern band. Is that the idea?
Yeah, I guess that's what you would. I guess that's how you would describe it. I fell in love with their lyrics just because it felt like it was speaking directly to me. Their lyrics have a lot. Their lyrics have a lot of, like, it can be interpreted in many different ways, but they talk a lot about loyalty between the friends that they view as family and me being, like, you know my background, right? Blood family isn't something I'm too heavy on, but over the course of my life, I have made so many wonderful friends that I now consider soulmates, and I would do anything for them. Like, I would take a bullet for them. I've actually run into dangerous situations just to protect my friends, and their music is like, it's heartfelt like that. Like, I would do this for you. You know, you mean this to me. And there's one of the songs is called Fight to Keep the Fire Burning. So just...
That's intense.
Yeah, like, man. But the fire inside, like, they're very poetic about how they approach their music. So for me, it was like, holy shit, and it can be, like I said, construed many different ways, but I took it as keep the fire inside of yourself burning. Okay.
I think, I'm worried that you've got a pretty high bar for lyricism. And I will say that's definitely the thing that I have been worst at over the course of this podcast so far. Is my lyrics, literally every person has said, your lyrics are not good enough for a perfect song.
But dude, you're doing this in a course of minutes.
You know, and everybody says that as the rejoinder, but I gave myself this task. I can't complain about it now that I've done it.
I feel like you're setting a higher bar than I am, because I'm like, dude, if it's, especially you're doing it like in a way for me. Like, I know this is your podcast, but just that in itself is already for me. That's like, it's soothing my heart, like it's my soul. It's yanking at my heartstrings, you know?
That's one thing I really like about doing this is that, and I think I've said this before on the podcast, so hopefully I don't say this every time, but it's really cool. I think very, very few times as an artist do you get to just like make something that's just for one person. You know, it's just like, and like see them enjoying it and see them like react to it in the moment. And so it's really cool to be able to do that. So it's you're giving me as much of a gift as I'm giving you.
Yeah,
there's a little small guitar gift with my pen.
Well, at least you know it's live.
There's another one. Okay, Run River North. That sounds like a cool band. So it's like what's the makeup of the band? Is it like guitar, banjo? What's the
there's definitely guitar. Like, that's what I remember. There's a violin.
Okay.
I guess you could call it a fiddle.
Probably they would say fiddle, but
like I said, I lost my shit when I realized it was all Asians, you know. They have like a crazy Sarah McLachlan sounding girl on there, also Asian, but she has that really soothing voice and she plays the piano.
Nice.
And yeah, it's just super, like, it's kind of mellow but strong at the same time.
Okay.
So yeah, you might have like a few drums in there, but overall, like, what really comes across is the fiddle and the guitar and the bit of piano.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds like a cool band.
Yeah, they're great.
I was into bluegrass for a while. I think it's one of those genres that like very few people other than musicians are into.
Yeah, no, dude, trust me. I grew up on rave music and hip hop.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, hip hop was the closest thing I got to normal people music growing up as it can possibly get. I honestly, like I said, if it wasn't for the crazy, the kind of situation I was in when I heard these guys, then I probably wouldn't even have. It's the very first band that I've ever actually listened to and enjoyed. Yeah. Maybe
you should listen to more bands.
I don't know, man. It's like, so much trouble.
Should I have thrown a band out that you hadn't heard of for my You're Gonna Love This instead of going for, like, I think I basically was just like,
well,
here's a softball. I know Juvi's gonna know this, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna react well to it. And
I don't know though, because see, like you said, I have kind of a high standard for music.
Sure.
So chances are, because I have listened to normal, like radio songs and stuff, and it doesn't.
Music.
Yeah, like mundane. It just doesn't do it for me,
I love mundane as a way to describe it. That's such a great word.
That's actually how magical folk refer to. Instead of muggles from Harry Potter, to us, it's like mundanes.
Totally.
Yeah.
I've been. I don't know if this is connected at all to what we're talking about. I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube recently of people that are just, like, obsessed with things. Because I find it really interesting when somebody, like, really, really cares about something and wants to talk about it for a long amount of time. Like, I've been watching, there's this channel Numberphile on YouTube that's just, like, math professors talking about, like, their favorite numbers and their favorite, like, math shit. And it's, like, vaguely interesting to me on a like, brain level. But more so, I'm just, like, enjoying watching this, like, 70-year-old dude get really pumped to talk to you about Klein bottles.
It sounds like a rip-roaring good time.
It's a little mundane.
I didn't even know that existed. Like, I'm just curious to see how many followers they have or how many.
They have a lot. Honestly, like, they have, like, these are, like, 100K, these are, like, 300, 400K plus videos.
As in likes or views?
Views.
Oh, okay. I was
not likes, but but they're like, I mean, they're very well liked. People enjoy it. Not the type of people you tend to meet in Los Angeles. I don't think there's a whole lot of Numberphiles out here.
No. Oh, that's what you mean, Numberphiles. Oh, okay, like
it's the name of the channel, and it's also a refers to the type of
clever.
person.
Yeah. Okay.
It's good. It's good stuff.
Interesting.
I remember hearing, I can't remember who it was, but someone in one of our classes say something along the lines of, we were talking about school, and then and that was like what the monologue suggestion was, and they said something about like, I knew I was gonna be an actor, so I never tried learning that shit. And I was just like, that's the dumbest fucking thing you can say. Like, that's so... You're making yourself ignorant. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I don't think it was me, but I was really, really bad at math. And the thing is, okay, for me, Neil deGrasse Tyson is one of the sexiest men I've ever... Yes. No, I love me a smart man.
You seen pictures of Neil deGrasse Tyson in college?
No, I have not.
He was a wrestler.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude
wow.
was buff.
No, like, honestly, right now, like, when I just watching Cosmos, man, to me that shit was like, oh my god, that's amazing.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it goes up another level when you see him from college. It's
really?
like, oh shit. It's like, there's like sexy voice, sexy mind Neil Tyson. Now it's like, ooh, there's sexy body Neil Tyson also.
See, that's the thing though, because I'm an asexual,
I do know
so
that.
I'm not really like attracted to people for their looks, and I'm not really like, I've never been attracted to a person in terms of like, oh man, I really want to go out with them or do stuff with them, but I am attracted to their personality, and this guy's just so smart, but also so open-minded, like he's very spiritual. So I don't even know how we got on this tangent, but the math thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not a huge, like, I can't call myself like a nerd. Like, I can't say that I'm super smart. I can do like, regular arithmetic.
For me, I think nerdiness is about kind of that obsession more than it's about anything else. I think you're nerdy about things, I think.
Yeah, okay.
I think, so you're definitely nerdy about things.
I'm definitely, okay, yeah.
You've got a more of a lockdown on like niche interest than I think almost anybody I know.
Probably.
I would say so. You spend a good number of your weekends at like things like Ren fairs, right? Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, pretty kind of, sort of. You know, if there's fantasy involved, I'm probably there, but for different reasons than other people. I don't get super anal about like animes and stuff like, no, that's not how it happened, or that's not what. Yeah, no, I don't get into that shit. But no, I respect smart people. You know, so
that's good.
Yeah,
I feel like there's a climate in our country right now of like, fuck smart people.
Yeah,
it's kind of the deal. Trump is getting his nomination basically on that thought of just fuck being smart.
Yeah, and I'm not like I don't treasure ignorance. But I'm not gonna lie, I did become an actress because I didn't want to deal with school anymore.
Hey,
and it worked out.
That's okay. I think. There's a difference between learning and school, also. I think there's a big difference between that. I think
definitely.
that's something that... Not that... I mean, maybe I'm 24 and I don't need to be talking out of my ass about what everybody in the world thinks, but, like, from what I've seen in LA, there's a lot of people that equate those two things. That there's, like... That school equals learning, and I'm done with school, so I'm done learning.
It doesn't, no, that's not. In fact, the most learning you'll ever get is out in life. Yeah. You know? So, just by watching anime... I learned how to speak Japanese and how to read it. Yeah, so learning happens everywhere, man.
That's like, I learned Spanish in school, but I did recently watch a stream of an NBA game from Spain. So I got to see like, Kevin Durant saca la falta. It was the most fun to hear just I think that was during the Oklahoma City Thunder. If you couldn't tell, I said Kevin Durant with a wonderful Spanish accent there.
I caught that.
And also said he got a foul. So anyway, yeah, I agree. You can learn anywhere. Yeah. You can learn everywhere. Anything and everything is a learning experience.
Awesome. I'm glad I'm not being judged for my 1 F in math that one time in school.
No. You can get an F in math. There's fake stories about how Einstein failed math in high school, so, like, you're fine.
Fake stories?
Yeah, they're not real. But like, people say it, so whatever.
Obviously, okay.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Einstein passed his math classes in high school.
Oh, obviously,
That's such a story that idiots tell themselves to, like, feel better about their idiocy.
Yeah, maybe someday I'll be Einstein, even though I'm failing right now.
No. He was a math genius when he was born, he was a math genius when he died, and he worked hard to become better through his whole life.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you become a genius. It's not, there's no special trick.
Yeah. No, like I said, that's why I respect people. Not only because they're just smart, but because they work for it. You know? We all have different pursuits, but as long as you're working towards something meaningful in life, like, you have my respect.
My opinion is that as creators, you're limiting your pool of what you can create about if you're not learning anything, if you're not continuing to learn, if you don't know more stuff. If you're saying, I don't need to know about history, I don't need to know about politics, I don't need to know blah, 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 whatever the field is, you're just saying, oh, well, that means that I'm never going to use that knowledge that's out in the world to help me make stuff. And it's like, why?
Yeah.
That's why. That's what your job... It's a feedback. It's consume and create. That's the way that I think. You have to consume to create, and you have to create to consume. That's my...
Yeah, well, as artists, I think that we're already kind of armed with something to give back to the world, you know, like comedy. Like, you talk a lot about making the world a better place through comedy, and, like, I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know if I did it this episode. I don't think I did it this episode. But I think we had a good time. I think we had a good talk.
I agree.
Yeah. I hope people enjoy it. I enjoyed it.
I did too, man.
Whether they do or not, I don't really fucking care, because I had a great time talking to my friend Juvi.
Aw, man.
Alright, I think I've got, like, not that much, but also probably enough, to start writing. I've got, let's see, you're stressful, you want to get mellow, we're going to go kind of a folksy route, and try to get some interesting lyrics. We'll see what happens on the lyrics front. But for now, let's transition into the musical palette cleanser section of the podcast. So, Juvi, I will ask you a question that I've been able to ask all my guests so far. Have you ever heard Cars by Gary Newman? It's a song.
I don't think so. If I have, I would have to hear it before I can tell you for sure yes or no.
Well, guess what? You do have to hear it 3 times. So that works out great. You have to listen to it 3 times in a row. That's going to be my timer, as well as your kind of... It'll bring you back into the world in a place where you're going to be very ready to hear my song.
Cool.
So after the break, Juvi will have listened to Cars 3 times in a row. I'd like to once again remind my listeners at home, if you want to follow along, you can also pause the podcast and listen to Cars 3 times in a row. I'm not going to say one way or the other if that's a good idea. We'll be back after this break.
Algorithm, amen. I call to order the 712th meeting of the Council of Watchers, Keepers of the Great One, servants of the Almighty Algorithm. Amen. Who's? No, usually
I say something.
You speak after. I will say that first.
It's not like required.
Was John distracted with his butterfly knife?
Yeah, can you put that away?
Sorry, it's just so much fun.
I'm
know. Very nervous.
It's very distracting.
I got 2, so I could do
God.
both at the same time.
That's somehow 4 times worse.
This is wild, and your focus should be not on the butterfly knives, but on algorithm.
Amen.
Look, it's just something I'm doing idly while we're having the meeting. Just don't even pretend I'm not doing it in your face.
This is it's just a small cave that we're in, and I prefer... Got Benny!
Alright. I got real close to you, but I didn't
really
get you.
close to you.
Yeah.
I'm quick.
Alright, okay,
I'm going to get a band-aid.
You're bleeding.
Okay. Yeah, go to the medicine cabinet.
Go get a band-aid.
Yeah, okay. I'll admit...
We need to have a talk.
Okay, I was immediately
First, it was the butterfly knives.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sorry. That's the last thing.
Last it was the butterfly knives.
First, it was the nunchucks.
Yeah.
Then you went to throwing stars. Mm-hmm. All right. Then you got just Zippos.
Right.
Just more Zippos than I could think someone could have on them.
Yeah.
And now butterfly knives. And it's gone too far.
John, has your gift card to the sword store at the mall run out yet, or are we gonna have to go through another phase?
Well, my mom just bought me another one, so I don't know. I did hear though that you can just get cash from a store for a gift card, so I think maybe I could just do that and maybe buy some like black market knives or something like that.
You can buy whatever you want, just don't bring them to the meetings.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. You can just store them in your own home.
Maybe like get like martial arts lessons and then kind of practice like.
No.
Please, just leave us out of this phase.
Look, I feel like part of my devotion to algorithm.
Amen.
Is becoming a more athletic and agile servant so I can get around quicker and spread the word and...
Algorithm does not demand athletic servants. He demands attentive servants. Servants who are attentive, who pay attention to which podcasts they are subscribed to, and specifically... John, listen.
You're doing the nice thing again.
You're okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay, these are distracting. I'll put them away. Put them in my back pocket.
Thank you.
As I was saying, algorithm.
Amen.
The great algorithm.
Amen.
Demands an attentive, if unathletic, or athletic. That's not his concern. He must have an attentive group of people who like and comment on the You're Gonna Love This Facebook page, who subscribe to You're Gonna Love This podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud, and a group of people who can discern what they like and rate it highly, especially the You're Gonna Love It. Put the knife away.
So you say that same thing like every time though. I feel like it's fine if I'm a little inattentive when you're giving
You
this.
already cut one of my arms. Not
Pretty,
off.
it's not. It's you're still bleeding.
It's still
Benny.
bleeding
You're
a
still
lot.
bleeding.
I perhaps should have used a bigger band.
Yeah, it's a real
sort
small
of just
Band-Aid.
stuck a band-aid inside of a wound.
Yeah, that doesn't look like it's treating anything.
No. Oh boy. You couldn't have got into first aid or something. Couldn't that have been a hobby?
Well, was my mom gonna buy me a gift card for the first aid store? Come
Was
on.
it even like your birthday or something? I don't.
No, she just wants me to be safe.
So she buys you weapons. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well. Okay. I'm gonna take Benny to the hospital.
Fair enough.
Please. Yeah. Meeting adjourned.
I'll go rhythm.
Save your energy. Don't speak. Just.
I'll go
I'll
rhythm.
take you to the hospital. I'll go. Oh.
I'll go rhythm. I'm sorry. It wasn't on purpose.
Oh, rhythm.
Rhythm. Oh, man.
Just the floor slick with blood.
Welcome back, everybody, to the second half of You're Gonna Love This. Juvi, you've just been through 11-ish minutes of Cars by Gary Newman.
Yeah, I definitely remember that, and I'm never gonna forget it again.
Yeah, do you ever want to hear it again at this point?
I don't know. I'm gonna need a few months
Okay.
to cleanse the palate from that song, and then we'll see.
Okay, well, I'm glad, but at least what that means is you're very ready to hear other music.
Oh yes, I'm very ready.
Okay, well, that's good to know, because I'm not playing you Cars by Gary Newman.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, here we go. Live and we die, we strive and we fight every day. Finding a path we can walk side by side. If not for each other, who do we live for? Find yourself some folks you can live with and love some more. We fly merry through the sky. Take a chance on each other, find out who's your brother, take their hand. We fly merry through the sky. Take a chance on each other, find out who's your brother, take their hand.
Holy shit, dude. Like, if I wasn't an emotionally constipated person, I think I'd be crying right now.
Oh, Juvi.
No, I'm serious,
Oh.
dude. Like, I got chills. I
Wow.
got chills. Like, seriously, I felt like the back of my head was just, like, opening.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no, that was, honestly, dude, that was really, for me, it just spoke to like, who I am inside.
I can't believe that I got, if I'm anywhere near a perfect song, I don't want you to say anything yet. We're going to keep talking about it for a little bit.
Okay.
I just want to sit in this place of somebody enjoyed the music that I played for them.
No, dude, seriously, it was beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Like, I don't feel like anyone has ever, especially considering you did it with me in mind.
Yeah.
Like, no one has actually ever understood. Because, I mean, there wasn't an enormous amount of lyrics in there.
Yeah.
But the few that there were just like straight arrows into my heart. So.
That's a really good feeling. That feels good for me.
It really is. It's for me too, man.
Wow.
That was beautiful.
Okay. Well, Juvi, I gotta get... It's not just if the song was good. Was that the perfect song for you to hear just now?
It was. Like, honestly, dude.
Oh my god.
No, it was. Because, like I told you at the beginning, it's been freaking stressful. And
Yeah.
like I've just like I'm a very chill person by nature, but you know sometimes the best of intentions just go wrong.
Yeah.
But I think that just by virtue of how my body responded, not even like just my mind or my heart, but my body just kind of like like seriously, you opened up my pores right now. Just, and I know like it's a simple song that you did in like a little over 10 minutes, but it's just, it went straight for it, like for the heart of the matter. Because it also reminded me of what I needed to hear right now, you know? Like, all of this shit that's happening on the surface, it doesn't matter. Because, you know, underneath it all, the shit like about the friends and the family and, you know, flying high in the sky, that's what I strive for. That's what I strive to feel every day. That's exactly what I needed to hear right now.
Wow.
You know, so thank you for that, man.
Yeah, I'm stunned. I'm honestly stunned.
Why?
Because I've said it multiple times at this point in the podcast. I had no expectations. I feel like I could have done this whole podcast for 150 episodes and never written somebody a perfect song and been happy.
Wait, so you've never...
I've not. I mean, I did not expect to ever write somebody a perfect song. That was my going into the podcast. I was like, this is never going to happen. I just want to do this to try to get better.
So I'm the first
You're absolutely the first, Juvi.
to say this? Dude?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
I'm
gonna
sorry.
be. You're in the annals of. You're gonna love this history now.
Well, I mean, that's great for me, but I'm thinking, like, I heard maybe one or two of your podcasts, but I didn't think that your audience or your guests were that, you know,
Well,
that high.
I'm trying to be very serious. I literally mean perfect. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, you can never actually write the perfect song for history, but in terms of right now, for what I love, like for what I feel, for what I need to hear, that was perfect.
Well,
There's no song in my iPhone, my freaking smartphone right now that could hit to the core of the matter the way that you just did.
I hope. Well, I definitely didn't do that with any of the other songs, so I'm glad that I was able to do that. Normally, this is a goofier portion of the podcast where I'm being very honest and forthcoming about the faults of the last song. And so I don't really know what to do right now, to be honest with you. I was not expecting this at all.
Wait, so you were hoping for criticism? Because honestly, dude,
I'm not
I
hoping
didn't.
for it. I'm hoping to write the perfect song every time.
Well, yeah, and like I feel like you did that. I honestly, I can't find fault with it just because, like, that was me.
Wow.
Man. That was like kind of me in a song.
Well, I guess that's what I'm trying to do. So I guess, I mean, I could just stop the podcast now. I think I literally said that on the last episode, that if at the point at which I record a perfect episode, I should just go out on a high note. I think I'm not feeling like that right now. I'm feeling very energized. I'm excited to get to another person. I'm excited to stay here with you, but I'm excited for the next guest. Yeah, to see if I can do it again.
Well, I mean, best of luck to you. I hope you have, you know, some guests out there who are totally understanding, you know.
Yeah, you know, I'm okay. I think it'll be even better for me when I get the, like, asshole who isn't understanding. Because you're, like we said going into this, Juvi, you were predisposed to like what I was going to do, I think, because you are a friendly person and we do like each other a lot and respect each other.
No, but I'm not the kind of person who will give you empty praise either.
I agree.
Like, I'm a martial artist, dude. Like, I'm supposed to criticize people, and I do, and I'm not an asshole about it, but if the criticism is needed or deserved, because like you said, and I respect that about you, criticism makes us stronger if we take it in the right way, and you're totally doing this to take the criticism in the right way. But honestly, like, right down to the melody, I couldn't find anything that I didn't like.
Wow.
Because it was like super soothing, and you know the lyrics, like I said, you got to the heart of me, of the matter, you know. Wow. So, yeah, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I can't like really say like, no, I didn't like this part about it or whatever. Like, it was really
no apologies necessary. I'm just basking in the glow of having somebody tell me I just wrote a perfect song. That's not something you get to hear every day.
No, dude, it was perfect for me.
Wow.
In all honesty.
Wow.
In all honesty.
Well, I guess that'll wrap it up for our podcast this week, guys. I'm in a state of reverie right now. Juvi and I are on the improv team Dad Jokes together. Oh man, this is coming out. This will be coming out mid-August, so I have no idea what kind of shows we'll be doing. Check out our page on Facebook, facebook.com/dadjokescomedy. Juvi is a wonderful Yelp personality. If you want to know about her, is there any? Do you want people following you on Yelp? Is that a thing you want?
Oh, like I don't like if they're actually genuinely interested in all the crap that I eat.
Yeah.
And I eat really good stuff.
I agree. Having seen what you post online, I'm constantly jealous.
Yeah, no. So if you love your food and you want to know where to go in LA and what to eat, right down to the minuscule details of how it tastes and the textures in your mouth, then yeah, by all means, like I would be honored to have you follow me.
What's the
It's just
methodology for that?
you just go to Yelp.com and when you search for people, just search my name, Juvi, Juvi, and then my last name initial G.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just hook up with me on there and we'll see where we go.
All right. I don't have any other plugs I want to do. I'm just basking in it right now. This feels good.
Dude, but thank you for having me, honestly.
Thank you, Juvi. I could not thank you enough. You're the first guest to not just enjoy my music, but to give me the perfect rating that I've been looking for, that I did not expect anywhere this early. So I'm stunned.
Well, dude, you deserve it. From my point of view, you deserve it.
Well, that's the only point of view that I care about.
All right, man. Well, thanks, yo. Thanks for my little serenade.
Yeah. Oh, there's usually like a funny thing at the end. I don't think there's gonna be one this time. I think I'm just gonna say goodbye to everybody. Hope you have a good week. See you again next Thursday.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Oh.